In the heart of South America, high in the Andes of Bolivia, lies a place so surreal it feels like another planet. The breathtaking Salar de Uyuni. Stretching over 10,000 square kilometers, it is the largest salt flat in the world. During the dry season, it becomes an endless sheet of white, hexagonal salt patterns. But in the rainy season, something magical happens. A thin layer of water transforms the surface into the world's largest natural mirror, perfectly reflecting the sky above. It feels like walking on clouds. But Salar de Uyuni was not always a desert of salt. Thousands of years ago, this region was covered by a massive prehistoric lake known as Lake Minchin. As the climate changed and the water gradually evaporated, it left behind thick crusts of salt and minerals. Over time, those layers hardened into the vast white landscape we see today. Beneath its surface lies one of the world's largest reserves of lithium, a key element used in rechargeable batteries for phones, laptops, and electric cars. In fact, Salar de Uyuni holds a significant portion of the planet's known lithium resources, making it not only beautiful, but globally important. In the middle of the salt flat stands Incahuasi Island, a rocky outcrop covered in giant cacti that can grow over 10 meters tall. These ancient cacti are hundreds of years old, surviving in a place where almost nothing else can. Getting to Salar de Uyuni is part of the adventure. Most travelers first arrive in the high-altitude city of La Paz, Bolivia's administrative capital. From there, you can take a domestic flight, bus, or overnight train to the small town of Uyuni, the main gateway to the salt flats. Tours typically depart from Uyuni and range from one-day trips to multi-day expeditions that explore nearby colored lagoons, flamingo habitats, geothermal geysers, and dramatic desert landscapes near the Chilean border. Interesting facts about Salar de Uyuni. The salt crust is so flat and reflective that scientists use it to calibrate satellites orbiting Earth. There are hotels nearby built almost entirely from salt blocks. During certain times of year, the horizon disappears completely, making it impossible to tell where the ground ends and the sky begins. The altitude is over 3,600 meters above sea level, so visitors often feel the effects of thin mountain air. One of the most colorful sights in this vast white landscape is the cluster of international flags planted directly into the salt crust. Travelers from around the world bring their national flags and leave them behind as a symbol of connection, a quiet way of saying, "I was here." Over time, the collection has grown into a vibrant patchwork of colors waving against an endless white horizon. Many tour groups also stop at the Dakar Rally monument, where more flags surround a metal sculpture honoring the famous off-road race that once crossed these salt flats. The contrast is striking. Bright flags against a blinding white desert under deep blue Andean skies. Just outside the town of Uyuni lies the hauntingly beautiful Cementerio de Trenes, the train cemetery. In the late 19th and early 20th centuries, Bolivia planned to expand its railway network to transport minerals to Pacific ports. British engineers helped build the rail lines. But after economic decline and the collapse of the mining industry in the 1940s, many trains were abandoned. Today, dozens of rusted steam locomotives and rail cars sit frozen in time. The desert winds have corroded them, and visitors can walk among the skeletal remains of industrial history. It feels cinematic, like stepping into a post-apocalyptic film set. The train cemetery has become one of the first stops on most Uyuni tours and a favorite photography location. Between 2014 and 2018, the legendary Dakar Rally passed through Bolivia, including the Salar de Uyuni. Originally held in Africa, the Dakar Rally moved to South America in 2009 due to security concerns. When it reached Bolivia, the salt flats became one of the most dramatic stages of the race. Imagine motorcycles, cars, and massive rally trucks speeding across the world's largest salt flat at high altitude, more than 3,600 meters above sea level. The flat, reflective surface created surreal images, racing vehicles appearing to float across a mirrored sky. However, the extreme conditions were challenging. Thin air affected engine performance. Rain could flood sections of the salt flat. The intense brightness made visibility difficult. The rally brought international attention to Bolivia and boosted tourism in Uyuni. Though the Dakar Rally has since relocated to Saudi Arabia, its legacy remains. A Dakar monument stands on the salt flats, surrounded by flags from around the world, blending adventure, culture, and global connection. Salar de Uyuni is more than a destination. It is a reminder of how time, climate, and nature shape the earth in ways that feel almost divine. A place where the sky touches the ground, and for a moment, you feel suspended between two worlds.